What's up, everybody? This is Michigan Talk, brought to you today by Diamond Greer. And today, I got some very interesting conversations I want to give to you out here. And I'd like to thank y'all for watching my channel and watching the video. And I hope y'all like it and actually having a great discussion down in the comments. Check this out. I want to give a shout out to all my Michigan fans. Love you. We out here coming hard. We all upset about what happened this weekend, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But also, I don't want to take this away. I want to give a shout out to Colorado that's going against Washington at the Pac-12 championship. I hope y'all go out there and do a real good job. Y'all was a really good team when Michigan played y'all. Okay. This weekend is conference football championships, and it's gonna make and break some teams this weekend, and I hope a lot of it fall in Big Blue's way. Like I stated before, the Pac-12 championship will be played with Washington. My bad. Number 4 Washington versus number 8 Colorado. I really feel this is gonna be a real good game. And to be honest with you, Colorado had a really good defense, and their offense was actually doing a good job until we knocked out their quarterback. But he's actually been standing up this year, and I think Colorado might have a chance to upset Washington. So I'm going for an upset with Colorado winning, if not by 3 points, maybe 1 touchdown in between there, you know. Next up, we got the Big 12. I don't feel sorry for y'all. A lot of y'all teams don't play no defense, and y'all do not deserve to be in the college football playoffs. So I had to go hard. Got to be the truth. But we got Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. My bad. Number 9 Oklahoma versus number 10 Oklahoma State. To be honest with you, this is an easy decision. Oklahoma. Okay, get over that one real quick and easy. We got the SEC, Alabama versus Florida. Number 1 Alabama versus number 15 Florida. Everybody already know the decision of that. It's Alabama. Florida is not going to be coming within 2 touchdowns, being honest. We got the ACC, Clemson. Number 3 Clemson versus number 23 Virginia Tech. This might be a shocker to y'all. I actually got Virginia Tech winning this matchup. No particular reason. I think that, matter of fact, it is a particular reason. I think that Virginia Tech saw and had enough film, and their head coach is a very smart man, that he can actually pull out a defensive win against Clemson. Okay? Comes right down to the Big Ten. Penn State, number 7 Penn State versus number 6 Wisconsin. Michigan played both. Michigan beat both. Michigan smashed Penn State. And we got a good win over Wisconsin. Wisconsin is going to win this matchup. Hands down. Wisconsin will be the Big Ten champions this year. Shout out to Wisconsin. Which brings me to the college football playoff, which gives the Big Ten a possibility. If those 2 upset happen that I called earlier, 3 Big Ten teams can make it to the college football playoffs. Don't think it's rigged. It's not rigged. It's just that we're the better team this year. Teams this year. All right, I alluded to the Michigan and the Ohio State game earlier. I'm going to bring it up now. This is my issue. I hear a lot of people talk about Michigan lost because they had 3 turnovers. Michigan lost if they didn't turn the ball over, if they didn't throw the interception, if they didn't fumble, they would have won the game. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from Ohio State. But Ohio State had 2 missed field goals, which count for the defensive stop. On the special teams. So that's 2 for the special teams right there. Plus Jabril Peppers' interception, that's 3. That's 3 turnovers right there. Because Michigan got the ball where they missed the field goals at. Not to forget about the fake punt that they did, and the defense came up with another stop. Well, the special teams came up with another stop. That's 4. Okay. To me, the way I've coached football, I coached the football in 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. And watching the game, you could tell the difference between the offense and defense and special teams. Offense dominated second quarter and the third quarter, faded away in the fourth quarter. Had a very, even start at the first quarter. Ohio State only won the fourth quarter, which the only quarter that really matters, understandable. But technically they didn't win the fourth quarter. They only tied the game. Tied the game. Defense. We came up with plenty stops, getting the ball back. Ohio State could not even get past the 50 unless we gave them the ball past the 50. And to me, the game was pretty much even. If you look at the offense and defense, Ohio State had 330 in offense. Michigan had 310 in offense. But here's the difference in why most of us Michigan fans are mad at the refs. Okay, Michigan had 7 turnovers for 59 yards. Not taken away. We held whatever. We held it. But the refs had missed 6 critical holding calls, offense, defense, and special team holding calls on Michigan, which would allude to 60 yards in penalties, Not to forget, they only had 2 penalties for 6 yards. They would have had a total of 66 yards in penalties, in which we talk about inches in the game. Hypothetically, that 4th and 1 would never happen if those penalties was called. Call the game fair. Plain and simple as that. That's the issue. The ref didn't call the game fair. The game was even between Ohio State and Michigan. I'm not knocking the team because the teams didn't really dictate that play. It was the refs, because the refs are supposed to call the play correctly. That's all we as fans talking about. Total of 66 yards and penalties that they could have had with 8 penalties. Michigan 7, 59 yards. It's different. Those yards matter. Those yards matter in football. So that is the problem. That's the problem we're having with the refs. Okay, but I'm done talking about that. Well, I want to throw a suggestion out there. Well, I've been hearing a lot on ESPN about an 18 playoffs. And hypothetically, what if there was an 18 playoffs? Okay, the 18 playoffs would look like this: number 1 Alabama versus number 8 Colorado. Number 3 Clemson versus number 6 Wisconsin. Number 2 Ohio State versus number 7 Penn State, rematch. And number 4 Washington versus number 5 Michigan. I think that would be a nice 18 playoffs, with Alabama winning that 1 versus 8 matchup. And Wisconsin. I know everybody think I'm on Wisconsin's junk, but no, Wisconsin is a very strong team, as LSU. Wisconsin will beat Clemson, in which Wisconsin will play Alabama in the semifinals, which I feel will be a very strong matchup. But Alabama might have a little more firepower to win that matchup. Now, the second bracket would be Ohio State versus Penn State in a rematch. I think in a rematch, Ohio State will win, just to prove a point. you know, but not by much. Then you got Washington versus Michigan. Number one defense in the country versus basically the number one of the top offenses in the country. Defense win championships. Michigan got enough defensive firepower to slow them down and win the game. To play and to have another rematch in the next round against Ohio State. Yes, see, this would be a hell of a 18 playoff revenge matches this year, wouldn't it? Michigan would dominate that game. Hands down. In a rematch, Michigan versus Ohio State, hands down. Michigan would dominate that matchup, point blank, period. What brings it to the national championship, which will be Alabama versus Michigan. Damn good match. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going blue all the way. Yes, I know y'all, everybody like, oh, whatever. Alabama might win. This and this and that. No. Alabama, I'm being honest, haven't played nobody all year. Until they step up against Michigan, the best defense in the country, the best defense Alabama played was LSU, and they squeaked out a win. LSU defense damn sure is not as good as Michigan. And we have way more firepower than LSU offense. So we can see an obvious win in that matchup. But I hope y'all like my show. And definitely subscribe to it. I appreciate all the comments that's below. Let's be respectful, because I will be respectful to y'all. Peace and love. I love college football. Groove Fire Groove. Look us up. You might like us. And peace, love, and have a good night.